Hello everybody, and thank you for watching. Our short session today is called Renewable Energy, Your Time to Shine and Make Money. My name is Jo Mulgrew and I am the Managing Director here at HBXL. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about making an extra $1,000 or two at least on your building projects for very little effort. And I do mean very little effort. And we've had a lot of interest in this topic, which is all about solar PV. But before I kick off, I would like to say a really big thank you to Jordan Davies from Comera Energy, who are part of the team of HBXL's business coaches, and they have advised on this topic. So I'm going to just start to screen share, if you bear with me, and we can introduce Jordan. So hopefully you can now see my screen. So Comera Energy are consultants who design and install renewable energy systems for businesses, including residential building firms from all across the UK. And they specialise in solar voltaic systems paired with home battery systems and electric vehicle charging points. And you'll hear more about the various services during this session. And I'm also delighted to share with you that Jordan has joined TEAM HBXL as a renewable energy coach, together with 3 other experts in their field. And Jordan is kindly offering all HBXL users the opportunity for a free 60-minute coaching session with her after today's video. So more about that later, and how you can book in a session with her to learn more, and how you can secure your business a little bit of the pie. So Jordan tells me that there are lots of reasons that building firms watching should get involved in renewable energy, and in particular solar panels. And I've got 3 top reasons here. There are, of course, plenty more, but on these slides, I'm going to move through those first 3. Okay, so first off, homeowners themselves, I mean, they're all chomping at the bit for solar right now. Why is that? Well, clearly, we've got the Ukraine crisis, and it's showing how political energy is. And with price escalation on bills, energy bills of all sorts, and fuel and what have you, homeowners want to take a little bit of control. They want a bit of energy independence. And I think we're all aware that it could get worse over the course of 2022 and beyond. And this is a more permanent way of reducing energy bills. And this is coupled with VAT being removed from the 1st of April 22 on renewables. So it actually makes it that bit cheaper for the installation to take place. And it also adds value to the property. It's a bit of a USP. And obviously, a lot of homeowners, they do have a very genuine concern about the climate and reducing carbon. So I think it's very timely. And homeowners are definitely starting to be hot on renewable energy, excuse the pun. They're doing their research. Many know what they want, and it's more of a case of, have you got the answers ready for when customers start asking about solar and solar panel installation over the coming period, especially with building regs changing for homes and extensions this June 22, which has more emphasis on the kind of sustainability and thermals of the construction, not only, as I say, of homes, but of extensions as well. So it's no longer enough to be building a traditional extension or a traditional home. You need more in your toolkit from 2022. And of course, it's got to be beneficial to you. There's got to be additional ways of making money. So that's why we felt this broadcast was so important. So what's in it for you? So let's look at the builder's perspective now. The second reason for considering renewable energy is the opportunity for you, the building firm, to stand out from your competition. Now, you might not have had shed loads of inquiries about it now, but I think once you start to, you're going to see that extra string to your boat is going to expand your market, and you will begin to be seen as a socially responsible builder, and that is obviously going to boost your credentials as we move forward. That is going to become a bigger part of what's required when people are choosing their building firm. It obviously allows you to become a one-stop shop for the entire project. So if you can offer the actual core construction itself plus renewables, you've got it all, and you're effectively offering a more premiumized service, which means you can charge more on the project more generally, because you look like you have the credentials, because you have the experience in this area. And of course, you're being seen to go further for your customer if you can suggest stuff that is new to them, or they hadn't considered, or could add extra value. So it's great to be able to offer this, you know, reputationally, and obviously maybe you've got your own sustainability kind of agenda as well, and want to offer it yourselves. But what do you get out of it bottom line, and what's in it for you financially? Which brings us to the third reason, money for very little effort. So we can see here on this slide that you can make at least £1,000 to £2,000 per solar installation, clear net margin. So whether that's from your existing projects that you've completed and you can go back and offer this as an extra service, or wrap it up with new projects that you're doing. And you can put a decent margin on the new renewable products and their installation. So effectively, the renewable installation is subcontracted out in its entirety to Comera Energy. You put your margin on the system, and you take basically the glory for the renewable energy company, in this example being Comera Energy, doing all the work. All right. So going back to that first point about extra revenue, let's break down a few figures for you on the screen. So I'm going to bring up another one, which are two systems, a 15 metre squared and 26 metre squared. According to Jordan, they're pretty typical. And I'm recommending here, say, a 30% markup on Comera's costs. So you can see that there's a cost column and a margin column. And obviously the customer would only see the all-in installation price, that being this kind of the sale price column. And you can see the differential there. Depending on the system, you could make a clear 1 to 2K on that. And that is for the solar panel installation only. That excludes other services, such as combining the solar with an EV charging point or battery systems. So just recapping the benefits in summary for everyone involved. So the customer is set to make some savings on their energy bills, and fairly significant energy bills, and the payback for the system, therefore, because of energy prices, is going to be that much quicker. They're self-sufficient, or more self-sufficient, and at the same time, they're, I guess, meeting some of their climate kind of aspirations as well. From your side, from the building company side, you can promote that you offer renewable energy systems and services, and obviously that improves your reputation, I guess, in this area. And obviously you can take a slice of the profit without having to have attached a single solar panel to the roof yourself. So I think that is pretty win-win all round. So I must admit that before talking to Jordan, I didn't fully understand solar technology, and Jordan gave me a summary for my benefit and to communicate with you guys if you're a bit unsure about how they work. So I've got a graphic here which helps inform us. So we've obviously got the solar panels that are responding to the light. It doesn't have to be full sunlight, it can be a cloudy day. That energy from the solar panels is then kind of converted, I believe, from DC energy to AC, when it's then used by the home. The home, via the meter, is using anything saved up from the solar panels first before using anything directly from the grid, and then anything you don't use, you can then sell back to the grid. It's not huge rates at the moment, but actually it's definitely worth doing, just for the main bill saving aspect. So it is pretty simple, really. Although I don't understand the intricacies and the tech behind the solar panel itself. So I guess the next question is, well, how do I know whether solar panels are right for the customer? Is it worth pursuing? Is it worth the slog? So Jordan gave me a few points on this, and she says that most properties are actually suitable. Solar panels work in all weather, whether it's cloudy or overcast. Obviously, that is light. But a couple of things: the roof needs to be south, east, or west facing to capture more or most daylight as it works through the day. The roof needs to be at least 10 square meters to get a decent system on there. And things like roof detailing, chimneys, Velux windows, and what have you can all be worked around. And very early on, you'll be told if it's not right, so you don't waste your time. So you might be wondering, okay, is this going to be a complete faff? Is it going to disrupt the build? What's involved? There's a few things that the team of Comera Energy have to work through, and all of this is on your behalf. So it starts with you checking with them: is this a home that is suitable? Once you have agreed that it is with Comera, then they go through a few steps. So they contact the distribution network operator, and they do that on your behalf. So what's a distribution network operator when it's at home? Well, it's actually shortened to a DNO, and that is a company that operates the power lines and the infrastructure that connects the property to the electrical network. So they have to be contacted to make sure that the solar system can obviously be linked up to the network. So once the DNO gives permission, and apparently that's just normally done very quickly without any problems, especially on smaller residential systems, then Comera Energy get to work. They do the system design from information provided by you. They get the materials ordered, then they install on your behalf. So they tend to come in for a half a day to a small number of days. And if you've got scaffolding up because you're doing the roofing, they can use that scaffolding already. They don't have to come in and do additional scaffolding. Or if there isn't scaffolding already there, they can arrange that. And obviously that will be added to the quote for the system installation. Once it's installed, they then give instructions to the homeowner. They download any monitoring apps for the homeowner so that they can see how to use the system, and away they go. So it sounds all very straightforward. I guess that leads most people to the next question about maintenance and post installation and the lifespan, and how are you going to get kind of nobbled by the customer further out, if there's a system issue or problem, which I guess I would be considering and worrying about as well. But Comera told me that there's usually little or no maintenance required, and these systems are self-cleaning. They've got a particular finish which is self-cleaning. Although maintenance packages are available, that can be sold into the homeowner. And if you're able with Comera to sell that in, you can take a margin on that package of maintenance as well. They will then do all the checks, do other cleaning of the systems, make sure everything is optimized. But that maintenance package doesn't have to be taken out. In terms of their kind of longevity and durability, well, PV panels apparently last about 20 to 25 years typically. The inverters themselves last about 5 to 12 years. And all the equipment and installation comes with full warranties from Comera Energy. So if there's any problems, then they can come in and swoop in. So really it's the homeowner talking to Comera Energy directly rather than to yourself in the middle. All right. And if the homeowner only wanted to go for solar PV right now, from an affordability perspective, things like batteries and battery systems can be retrofitted in the future. The benefit of a battery system being installed with the solar is that the battery can save the energy rather than it having to go directly back to the grid. So any unused energy can be saved for other periods when the immediate solar energy is utilised. So it can kind of use that saved energy rather than having to go to back, use grid energy at a more expensive rate. So that is worth talking to customers about. So anybody watching today who wants to progress things, what happens, say there is a project that they've got on the go or they're thinking about starting and they would like to crack on with this, what is the process? Okay, so basic process is talking to Comera about that project initially just to get a sense of feasibility. Comera will provide you with a short surveying questionnaire to jot some points down about the system. They might need you to take the odd photo. They then, with their construction and solar engineers, design and work out a system that is optimized for that building. They then produce the quote, which they provide to you. You then can provide that to your homeowner with your markup on. If you're good to go, you send Comera a purchase order. Comera prepares the order, and then the install takes place at a convenient time for you and the homeowner. So from what Comera have explained to me previously, it sounds like they like to develop a long-term working relationships with the companies that they work with. And I asked them, I said, well, you know, what would you say are other reasons that the builder should work with you? You know, and they're obviously going to give me some salesy reasons, but they have years of experience. I've been doing this for a long time, and on for some really big systems as well. Not just for residential. So they're reliable, they're professional, they've got full understanding of new build projects and retrofitting systems as well. They've got this expert team in terms of the design engineers, the project managers, the installers, the electricians, and what have you. They do it all for you. And they only use quality components, including tier 1 panels. I did ask Jordan, what does tier 1 mean? Because if there's a tier 1, there presumably is a tier 2 and tier 3. And she was saying that that is the kind of the top quality panels in terms of their reliability, and also their ability to convert solar to home energy, to electricity. So they are the top ones to get. So you're less likely to have problems and any degradation over time. And because they're tier 1, they have reliable products and performance warranties. And gosh, I sound like a salesperson here, don't I? But you know, it's important for HBXL to only be working with companies that have, you know, quality in mind. So as we mentioned right at the start, they do other stuff, not just solar itself. So we're talking obviously solar PV and consultancy services. They do the battery system installs, as I was talking about before, and also EV charging points, that's electric vehicle charging points. So you can do a combination of things. For example, you can have a solar PV system, which is linked up to the EV charging, so that you're charging your car basically for free with the solar panels. Or you can have a solar system with the battery charging, so that you're using the energy that you need. Then any excess you're saving to the battery rather than selling back to the grid. Your EV charging point can be using the battery energy. So you can kind of go just solar, or you can go the whole hog and have the battery and EV charging points. And it really depends on the client and their requirements. Okay, so what next? Well, honestly, I could talk about solar for a long time, and I'm seriously now considering getting this on my own home from what I've learned from Jordan. And we're going to be returning to the topic in a couple of months' time, when the new building regs come into effect that impact energy and the home and the thermal properties of the home. So Jordan has kindly agreed to bring us up to speed on this. So watch out for that particular broadcast and video. So I'm going to thank you for watching. And as the title of this broadcast says, it is your time to shine. What with that being scrapped, homeowners want energy bill independence, and they want to avoid exorbitant bills. You can install systems more cheaply than ever before and make your margin on it. So get ahead of your competition. Add this valuable service to your business. There's clear profit to be made. Comera Energy can help, but obviously there are other providers out there. So I would like to thank Jordan for all her experience and her assistance with, communicating this with me, and all her expert knowledge. And if you've watched this broadcast and have questions, please do get in touch. And no, obviously, if you're an HBXL software user, you are entitled to your free 60-minute online chat with Jordan herself as a member of TEAM HBXL. And there are her details on the screen. You can book your session directly via the link, or you can call the HBXL team and they can put you through to Jordan herself. All right. I've not mentioned HBXL software today because this was all about solar PV, but if you've got any questions or queries about your HBXL software, do get in touch. If you'd like to talk about other products within the kit, you can have a short demo of any software missing from your software. And that is it. So thanks again, Jordan. Thank you, everybody, for attending. I hope we're all a little bit more wise when it comes to solar. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.